Hello everybody and welcome to our final podcast of this podcast series. Thank you all so much for joining into the series, and now we're revealing our final Best Test 11. So I've got all the guest hosts with me today, which has been kind of hard to organise. So hi Dom.
Hello.
Jasper.
Hey.
Laurie.
Hello.
And Hazel.
Hello.
So let's get straight into the guest host 11. So Dom, you were on the first episode.
I was correct.
And who did you go for and why?
Well, I think we were doing opening test partnerships, right?
Yep.
And so we went for Hayden and Langer.
And you did, well, so did I, but we'll get to that after.
Who could ask for a better opening pair than that? Aggressive, score fast, score big, lots of big test partnerships. Brilliant. The only bad thing?
They're Australian.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, Jasper, I believe you were on for just the one episode, picking number 3.
I had the honour of going for number 3, and I chose Dom Gladman. Like the best batsman ever, in my opinion.
Oh, how could you not choose Viv Richards? Such a joy to watch.
Yeah, and Henley just chooses some random player.
Who was your random player, Henry?
Well, our listeners will find out.
Oh gosh. Yeah, so Dom Gladman, he has an average of 99.94. Had he just scored a couple of runs, he would have got an average of over 100, and I think it's hard to argue with that, let's be honest. So that's kind of why I went for Gladman.
Yeah, so that was episode 2. Of course, all the links to the videos and to the playlist is down in the video description.
Please click and subscribe.
Yes,
Oh gosh.
we'll get to that, okay? We'll get to that. So, actually, Dom, you came back for episode 3, number 4 and 5.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Wow, that was good.
Who did you come down on?
I can't remember. You tell me. Brian Lara. I must have had Brian Lara.
Brian Lara and Sachin Tendulkar.
Did I have
went for.
Tendulkar in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. The class acts. 400 not out. Classic innings. Record test run scorer.
Yep.
I mean,
what else can you say?
No more to say.
Yeah, so I think Hazel, your all-rounders was your actual first appearance on the channel. So who did you come down on and why?
Well, obviously, I had to go for Jacques Callis. Obviously, there's a lot of amazing all-rounders, but I think Callis just has, he's an incredible player. Completely destroys all the opposition. Just a really solid member of any team. Made an 100 on his last test. He's, awesome.
Yep. Well, I completely agree with that. And then actually, Hazel, you joined us 2 times in a row.
I know.
Yeah.
Double appearance.
Yeah, for the wicketkeeper batsman one. So who did you come down on and why?
I can't remember.
Henry, tell us.
A.V. de Villiers.
It was A.V. de Villiers. I thought it was, but I wasn't quite sure. I did want to make that mistake. Anyway.
Not Gilchrist. It must be Gilchrist, surely.
Well, we'll get to my 11 soon.
Yeah, I'm sure Henry will tell us that. Yeah, I thought A.V. de Villiers just had the best test record out of all of the wicketkeepers that we looked at, and I think that that was probably why. But again, as we said on the episode, there are so many amazing wicketkeepers that honestly any of them would have been a good choice. So that was just kind of in the moment, that was my choice. But yeah.
Fair enough. And now, actually, Laurie joined us for the first time in the Spin King. Who is the Spin King podcast?
Well, the Spin King is obviously Murali, the highest wicket taker of all time.
Ooh, controversial.
I don't think that's
Sitting a bit closer
controversial.
to the mic than normally, so your sound comes out a bit higher. Just remember that.
Controversial.
I don't think it's a controversial pick at all, because he's the highest wicket taker of all time, and his career was so long and so brilliant the entire way through, effectively, that as much as you can argue for Shane Warne, of course, I think I had to go with Murray just because I think he's better personally.
Actually, right now, pause the video and comment down below how many takes you think we'll have to do to have to stick with this level of interruption and forgetting. So, and then that brought us to the final episode, one which I thoroughly enjoyed recording.
Absolutely, same here.
And the Fast Bowlers podcast. Who
Yeah.
did you come down on?
Well, yeah, obviously I had to choose Anderson and McGrath, the two best fast bowlers of all time.
Class.
And then we disagreed a little bit on the third one, but I had sort of had the choice of the West Indians for me, and I came down on Courtney Walsh personally. I thought just his height and his ability to really attack the batsman won him a spot in my Test 11 personally.
So that was a good 11, but not as good as my 11.
Yeah.
No.
So should we just run through the guest 11?
Yeah, so just a quick recap. Opening was Justin Langer and Matthew Hayden. Number 3, Sir Don Bradman. Number 4, Sachin Tendulkar. 5, Brian Lara. 6, Jack Callis. 7, A.B. de Villiers. 8, Mattia Muralitharan. 9, Courtney Walsh. 10, 11, McGrath Anderson. Whichever one should never be
That
batting
is
at
a
10.
classy 11.
Yeah,
Very
I think
good.
that's an excellent 11 personally. I
Yeah.
don't think you can get much better than
I
that.
don't know if you can top that.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Henry,
Yeah.
top it.
So in the first episode, I had to agree with Dom and go with Justin Langer and Matthew Hayden. I mean, I agree with absolutely everything he said about them. You know, class, both of them to watch, entertaining. You know, flamboyant stroke players, and they just batted and batted, and yeah. So my number 3 shouldn't have been Bradman. I think I have to go
So
for...
Controversial.
It's
Who did you
so
go
good,
for?
but-
Who did you go
So
for?
in the end, if you go and listen to that podcast, I kind of came down on I either wanted Rahul Dravid or Ricky Ponting.
The wall or the punter?
Yep.
Which did you go for in the end?
So in the end, I actually decided to go for Ponting.
Oh,
Purely
an Australian
because-
1, 2, 3.
4. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, sorry.
So that number that you've just commented down below has just gone up to about 25. So yeah, and then number 4 and 5, I actually agreed with Dom and went for Tendulkar and Lara.
That's because I'm always right.
No,
Right?
Oh,
no,
we
because-
agreed with that.
it's because they're probably the 2 best
Yeah, you
4
have the
and
easiest.
5s that ever existed.
They were awesome.
And then in the all-rounders one, I kind of, before Hazel said her one, I knew I was going for Jack Callis. I mean, the number of runs he scored and the way he scored them, like Hazel just said, a century in the final test, all of that amazing stats, and many, many wickets. Yeah, so I had to go for Callis, and then at my number 7
Yeah.
as my wicketkeeper, I went for Adam Gilchrist.
Oh, good choice again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I seem to be just agreeing with the Australians.
Yeah,
What's going on?
I don't know.
I know. So I think Gilly, as I might call him, absolutely.
My mate Gil.
Tape number 27.
Adam Gilchrist just completely came in after, War, Ponting, Langer, Hayden had smashed them everywhere.
I guess he had an
And
easy
smash
job,
more.
really, didn't he?
Yeah, and he executed it perfectly. I mean, that Perth Ashes 100, perfect.
Okay.
And then
who's
my
next?
spin king is not Muralitharan, I'm going for Warren.
Ooh, another Australian.
I'm sort of like, what is this prejudice against Australians? They have the best cricketers.
They are the enemy.
They
Yeah,
have the best
still.
cricketers.
I
We
guess
should
he didn't
respect
choose
that.
Bradman, so he's shown a little bit
I
of
went for an
English
Aussie,
spirit.
Yeah, I went for an Aussie.
True. Good point, well made.
So, yeah, I came down on Warren purely on his, his swagger, his dominance, and, yeah. And then the 3 fast bowlers. To be honest, I couldn't really not include McGrath and Anderson fighting it out for number 11.
Yeah, they're awesome.
But, yeah, I think partly because I'm left-handed and so is he, I have to go for Wasim Akram on the list of all-time wicket
very
takers.
good.
Because I just think, he's the king of swing. He's seamed it in, out, old ball, new ball, whatever you want. So that was my 11. Just to quickly run through it. I think I've talked for way too long here. Justin Langer, Matthew Hayden, Ricky Ponting, Sachin Tendulkar, Brian Lara, Jacques Kallis, Adam Gilchrist, Shane Warne, Wasim Akram, Jimmy Anderson and Glenn McGrath. So that's a brilliant 11. And now it's time to, as our channel suggests, compare
Vote for
them.
the guests.
Yeah, just comment and vote the guests
No,
one.
actually,
Vote
no.
the guests. Vote the guests.
Do you not know how YouTube works? It so annoys me. I'm going to set up a poll of who is the best guest.
Not the best 11, the best guess.
Yep, the best
Right.
guest.
You should probably also do one of the best test team as well.
Yeah.
I mean, your
And then I
channel is
can view it
literally
on
named
YouTube.
Click It Compared, not Guests Compared.
and then we can view it on YouTube a bit later and see who voted for what.
I feel like this is going to be easy for us to win because we're all going to vote for it.
I know, but
Me
if
using
you
my
all
5
vote,
fake accounts to vote.
so yeah, I obviously think my 11's better, but honestly, how do you think they compare?
I'm going for guests. I mean, partly because of Monolithium, partly because of Labman.
You say Murley if you can't say Murley.
But I just can't believe some of the choices you've made, Henley. And
Yeah, I think not including Don Bradman was highly questionable. However, I think of course both teams are absolutely fabulous. Like there are some.
Imagine a
incredible
match
cricketers as
between
well.
those two teams.
Insane.
I mean, apart from anything, the opening pair would have to play in both innings.
Yeah, we'd have to have some cloning or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so Hazel, is there anything, you've been rather quiet, is there anything you kind of want to add to,
She's
Do
not
that.
getting voted best guest.
We'll vote for you, Hazel. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I
please
got
vote
you.
for
I got
me.
you.
Hashtag Vote Hazel 2020. I'll post my campaign on all major social media.
Make Hazel great again.
Look me on LinkedIn.
okay, by the way, all of you should now comment up to about 50 for number of takes.
Anything within 50 to 100 is probably in the right margin.
Yeah.
So, that brings us to the end of the series. I'd just like to...
Please may I make a small guest appearance to state that the book I'm reading at the moment has mentioned a cricket match and is therefore...
So,
yeah, after that
thank you for
small
that
interruption.
small interruption. Unfortunately, you can only put 5 choices on a poll, not 6. So, that brings us actually to the end of the series. Can I just thank all the guest hosts for putting up with having to sit with me for more than 10 minutes.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
been a
struggle,
challenge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd like to thank all of you for doing it so much. And it's...
Don't forget to like and subscribe below.
For God's sake, that's my line! How many times do I need to tell you?
And I would like to say well done to Henley. He's been absolutely fantastic.
I'll tell you what I'm really looking forward to is the new series about the new series.
Yeah, so at the end of each day's play of the England v West Indies series that's coming up starting this Wednesday, we're going to be podcasting about it, although typically there probably won't be a podcast every day because it's in England, so there's going to be some rain.
Well, I'm sure we can talk about ducks.
Yes, but let us support all. Very common among cricket fields this time of year.
That's brilliant. So, yeah, that brings us to the end of the series. Subscribe if you haven't already. Smash the like button down below. Try not to break your device.
Yeah.
The trademark. And we'll be back soon with another podcast. Until then, it's goodbye from all the guest hosts.
What's up?
What was that? Hazel doesn't know. Okay, that has gone to like 3 million takes. Until then, peace out.